brother was in search of someone. Junsei Takamine, a famous novelist, and a man my brother was very indebted to, disappeared while researching a book. When he told me that he got a lead on Mr. Takamine's whereabouts, I felt uneasy, like he was going far away.
Okay, finally, that took a little longer than I expected. Welcome again to Super Old Game Saturday. All it took for me to get this game working was threatening to do the game I was planning next week. As you can see from the title scheme, we are doing Fatal Frame for the PlayStation 2. It's also on the Xbox, but I have it on the PS2. Yeah, I took a week off last week, so I was like, okay, we're coming up towards Halloween next week, so for the next 2 weeks, it's going to be a whole horror mode right here. First, we're doing this one, because this was requested by someone who wanted to see it. And I'm looking forward to playing this. I bought this game years ago. I bought this, I think, at a GameStop in Knoxville, Tennessee, for about $30. This is about 14 years ago, I think. I played it a little. I liked it. It's definitely a different take on survival horror, but it's also something that I didn't complete. And actually, to the point where I put this in a few days ago just to get a sense of, I guess, how it worked. I want to familiarize myself. In some ways, this is going to be as new an experience for me as it might be for you guys out there, especially for someone who I know was asking, who watches this every week I do it, saying, I want to see this game because I would want to play this growing up. Well, here you go. Yeah, I guess the way to talk Fatal Frame, I'm not necessarily an expert on this game or the franchise, but it's basically, if you took Pokemon Snap and made it into a survival horror game, it might be a little bit like this. Which sounds really weird, but when you play it, it kind of makes more sense. It's also, according to the box and according to the title screen here, based on a true story. I'm not sure necessarily, but again, this is a supernatural horror situation with ghosts and a lot of spectral aspects. Which, speaking of which, by the way, when we're going through the cutscenes on this, I'm going to have to shut up because unfortunately this game does not have subtitles. So, what we're going to do is I have the memory card set, a new memory card I bought about a month ago, which is all set. It was reading on the PS2 when I was set. Nothing to do as far as the album yet, but I do want to take a look at my options. Okay, no, this is just for album. This is for taking pictures. You can save them to the memory card. So new game. Actually, here we go. Options. Controls, type A. Rumble on, which is actually very interesting how the rumble works on this, because it basically acts as like a heartbeat situation going here. Sound, stereo, brightness is a television situation, the volume. I'll be quiet during the cutscenes, obviously, because of the lack of subtitles, at least in this version of the game. I don't know if the Xbox version changed that, or maybe the the PS3 release is a port of this one, and it's download only. But enough talking, let's get this horror game on the road, and you can't see it out here from where you are, but I actually have all my lights off, except like a little night light. We're getting into the mood on this one, and so let's kick it off.
I wonder how long it's been since my brother and I began to see things other people can't see. My big brother, he was so sweet and kind. He was the only one I could open up to about these visions. After our mother died, he was my only family.
So this is Himuro Mansion.
brother was in search of someone. Junsei Takamine, a famous novelist, and a man my brother was very indebted to, disappeared while researching a book. When he told me that he got a lead on Mr. Takamine's whereabouts, I felt uneasy, like he was going far away.
The forbidden rituals of this area. It looks like Mr. Takamine was doing research into them. I wonder if his group is still here.
Alright, and I'm back. So, again, as the cutscene was showing there, I'm playing as Mafiu, I believe it was, who is the brother of Miku, the girl we'll be seeing later. And so, actually, this is kind of interesting. It's giving us the prologue back set in 1986, which I guess is where the true story concept comes from. And I'm investigating this mansion. And I like the idea that it's in black and white, at least for this part of the game. So let's go down to how this game works. Much like Resident Evil, you're kind of walking around, you got static camera angles that change every so often. I'm getting a heartbeat meter. That blue light in the lower right-hand corner, the blue light in the right-hand corner of the screen is your, I guess, sixth sense of sorts. It gives you a sense to see things. You press the X button on things they're showing. Something large beyond the lattice looks covered by, like a person covered with cloth. Basically, whenever you see that blue, that's going to be a clue, and you're not seeing it from here, but my controller is actually kind of rumbling, again, to replicate my heartbeat. Right analog stick moves your flashlight around. The flashlight doesn't really come into play, honestly, a whole lot in this game from what I've played, but there's definitely something else that will, and we're going to be seeing other things going on as well. Because I want to hold the square button basically the whole time that basically causes you to run. And you want to look like Resident Evil, you're going to be having the static camera angles and looking for those little shiny icons and pick them up. A box of film. Now, yeah, the camera, we're going to get into that. In fact, we're going to get into that right now. You have a special camera, which we're going to be seeing later. You pull it out by pressing the circle button and take photos with X or R1. And you can also do quick turns while you're in that mode. And they give you like little scraps and notes the same way Resident Evil would. Yeah, so I hit circle. There we are. Look in the camera. I can look around in any direction I want with the left analog stick. Although now, using the right analog stick makes me move. So it basically inverts your sticks when you're in this mode. So you're not going to be totally helpless while using the camera. Also, pressing triangle button turns you around like so. So I'm not going to take a picture now, but we'll be taking pictures a lot as we go along. Everybody said this, so I'll throw into it as well. This game is basically Pokemon Snap if it was a survival horror game. And it actually has a lot of depth, maybe even more than Pokemon Snap as far as that aspect. But, okay, so we're in this house looking for this writer that this guy really likes. Maybe just go through the doors. Yeah, you're going to see a little bit of a stutter there. There is a little bit of a load. It is kind of a little bit of a jarring thing when it kind of stops. But it is kind of impressive for 2001 when this game came out. It was in Japan. It was 2002 for us. Just keep walking around the hallway, seeing what's going on. Oh, yeah, when you see that... Alright, that was me trying to take a picture of that guy. Yeah, whenever you see the orange there, that means that there's a ghost or something. And you want to be prepared for that. Again, we'll get into that as we get into that. But, for the time being, just walk around, enjoy the nice lighting effects. Again, for a game that came out in 2001, this game looks really nice. And it also has a pretty smooth frame rate as well. It's 60 FPS pretty much most times. What you want to do is go in the door. Again, very much like Resident Evil. If you played a Resident Evil game, you'll be familiar with this. In fact, this is probably the most Resident Evil-like game on the PS2 for a while, actually. Probably until I guess until Code Veronica came out for this, because it was on the Dreamcast, but, well, that was anyway. The whole suit of armor here doesn't seem to be just for show. It's seen some hard use. So yeah, basically hit that X button around anything to see what comes of it and find items. But considering this is a prologue, there's not going to be much need of items here. Ooh, let's see what that's about. Yeah, unfortunately you don't get a zoom, and unfortunately I just hit the circle button to come out of that. But yeah, this is not that advanced a camera. In fact, I think it was the sequel, Crimson Butterfly, which I have on Xbox, that added features like that. But again, we'll get to those when we get to those. But, again, I think this is an interesting way to, you know, do a survival horror game, especially because at the time it was basically Resident Evil and Silent Hill were the main situations as far as if you wanted your survival horror fix. So Tecmo is kind of clever for kind of coming to this with a different twist, although, again, it does play a lot like Resident Evil as far as, you know, me moving around and all that. But at least unlike Resident Evil, I don't have to hit a button to go up the stairs. I can just use the analog stick to walk up the stairs, which is pretty nice. And run up the stairs. Little things, but still, I definitely appreciate that. What's this on the ground here?
This notebook, it's Mr. Takamine's. That was Mr. Takamine. So he did come here.
Alright, now here comes the hook of this game. This camera is not just for show, it's for combat as well. It's a magical camera of sorts that I use to attack the ghosts with. Basically, I want to get them in the circle, and I want to basically hold on them long enough to get a shutterbug moment where everything is red. And when I do that, I do more damage. So hit the circle button, bring it up. There he is. Kind of focus on his head, and when he's in the red like this, hit that R1 or X button, and you do damage to him. And you sometimes have to do it more than once, and you can actually power up the camera, and we're going to see that as we go along. And again, you can also kind of move, but again, you're a bit slow. But again, you want to get that shutterbug moment. You got to say cheese, and get him to die, or go away, in the case is. And you get rated for that, and based upon how quickly you defeat the enemies with the camera and how good the shots are, you get more points that you can then cash in to upgrade your camera. So it actually is a pretty interesting mechanic.
I can't see. I remember the incident from which I learned of its unique power to capture ghosts.
Yeah, I forgot that section has vocals going on as far as dialogue, which, yeah, you're hearing the dialogue in this. It definitely is very cheesy in the same way like Resident Evil is. Not as wonderfully so as Resident Evil, but, again, it is noticeable. This was 2001. The voices are fine as far as that, and the game still has a great atmosphere despite, you know, it maybe not being voiced the best in the world. I would actually say that the second one kind of improved on the voice, and I guess the third, fourth, and fifth games did, but I haven't played a whole lot of any of those. Actually, my experience starts and ends with this one and the second, but again. Alright, there's a padlock in the door, we can't get in, and again, it's just like Resident Evil, the idea you have to kind of go around and search for clues in order to get to where you need to go, and sometimes that can be a little bit of a downgrade or a little bit of an annoyance, but again, it kind of comes with the territory as far as this. And again, it still has a really nice atmosphere, but oh, yeah, it's weird. Door's open. Yeah, this can't be good. Yeah, my controller was just going nuts there with the heartbeat.
It's been 2 weeks since I last heard from my brother. But he left a note that led me to this place. I felt as though something was calling me here. Mafuyu.
So here we are with Mafuyu's sister, who is Miku. And this is the first night, separated chapters. Yeah, okay, let me jump into that as far as chat's question. The mechanics are based on the rumor from early 1900s of people taking your pictures, steal your soul. I would think so. Yeah, again, I'm randomly shutting up every so often when I hear dialogue.
What is this place? Did someone just...
And now we're in color, because again, we're in what was modern day when this came out. But yeah, going back to that point, I think that is the intention. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the idea of where they're coming out about this. But again, also the idea of, we've seen this in like other Japanese horror projects of the time, like Ringu and The Grudge, the originals specifically. The idea of all these spectral elements, and again, the picture being the window into the past or the present, and kind of like that aspect. But you're probably right. That's probably where they're going for. And again, when at the time, most of the other games that were out like this were kind of either focusing on zombies like Resident Evil, or with, I guess, weird, unmentionable, and weirdly sexual creatures, as was the case with Silent Hill, especially Silent Hill 2, that would make sense that, you know, Tecmo wanted to go in a different direction. And again, it is very interesting as we're going to go along, seeing more of the camera. One thing I'm going to do, which I didn't do when I was testing this game the other day, is we're going to use the old camera. Like Resident Evil, this is your typewriter, but unlike that, you don't have to hold those ink ribbons around, thank God. So you can look at your album here, take any photos you took, and register them and save them in the memory card. What we're going to save here, and I have a fresh memory card, basically. I think there's only a save. This is a used one I bought. It was only a save, I think, for... I think Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 and Silent Hill 2, actually. So, we saved the game here. I hear this takes a lot of space up on the memory card here. I know on the Xbox it takes a large amount. Even with a hard drive, it still is a pretty meaty game to save. Nothing that's going to be, you know, clogging your drive up and you can't save anything else, but still. Yeah, this is taking a while to save, so that's going to be another situation. I guess I'll do this every so often when I need to, but... again, we'll also see how far I get, because I'm almost as new to this game as maybe some of you may be. Because I played this a little. It's one of those games I picked up years ago, I think because it was expensive, and it still kind of is, but at the time it was less expensive than it is now. I mean, actually, well, the Xbox version is the one that cost the most. But it's one of those, I bought it because I wanted to have it, and then basically hold on to it later, and then realizing, hey, this game costs a decent amount. I mean, it's not... you know, Rule Rose numbers. It's not Haunting Ground numbers as far as really expensive horror games on the PS2, but definitely one people want to have. One that kind of seems is forgotten a little nowadays, because Tecmo doesn't really do much with it anymore. The most they did recently was actually the one on the Wii, which never came out here, the fourth one, and then the fifth one, which is download only. But there's the camera that my brother was using. Yeah, I've got the touch, and I'm looking back in time. Yeah, that's definitely making...
Something happened to my brother.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, to answer your question, yeah, I think something did happen to her brother. It probably is bad. But we'll see how this goes. There we go, and we got our camera and the notebook on how to use it, and other things as well. And we're going to have to use these notes as we go along, because like Resident Evil and Silent Hill, we have puzzles that we'll have to solve as we go along with the combat. Alright, so here's the notebook as far as what he was investigating. Himuro Mansion was once the home of a large landowner that controlled vast areas of land. I'm not going to read all of these things, but I'm going to at least do this one. They also say that the site held some special significance that had to do with the Shinto rituals of the region. Couldn't find any detailed books about these rituals, though. Last master of the Himura family line massacred his entire household. Oof. Later, another family that tried to live there disappeared, and because of incidents like these, nobody visits the mansion today and it lies in ruins. Maybe that's why there aren't any accounts of the Shinto rituals and why the exact location of the place isn't recorded anywhere. September 24th. I've had a bad feeling ever since I came to this mansion. I'm leaving notes in this notebook just in case anything happens to me. Gotta find Mr. Takamine and the others fast. Hopefully it's not too late. And other notebooks and articles. Oh. Alright, now that was a man on a beam. Every so often, you'll see a ghost appear like that, and you actually can take a picture of it, and I believe there is a reason for doing that outside of combat. But, yeah, we're basically going through the spooky mansion here. And again, on top of, as you were saying, the idea of, like, the ritual or the urban legend of capturing a soul with a camera, it's definitely heavily rooted in Japanese culture and Japanese mysticism as well. Which, again, makes for an interesting aspect to it. And I guess in a lot of ways, that kind of fits with a lot of games that Tecmo was making at the time. This one, the Dead or Alive games, Ninja Gaiden, which came out a couple years after that. I guess even like the NES Ninja Gaidens as well, as opposed to the Xbox one that was out a couple years after this. That's herbal medicine. Like with Resident Evil, that's your herbs, and that's how you recover your health. Oh, all right, I want to see that. I'm going to see if I can't get a picture. Okay, I didn't get a good enough picture. Thankfully, I'm not getting graded on this. It's not like... there's Bro's shadow. It's not like Professor Oak in Pokemon Snap where he's saying, like, Pokemon don't like to be photographed from behind, so you're getting no points, and I'm not going to look at the rest of it. But, well, as I said, that's where the Pokemon Snap aspect is coming in as far as, you know, the idea of photography in games, which, honestly, the only games I can think of that really do that are that one, this, the other games in this series. Africa on the PS3 was like that. And then also Beyond Good and Evil, which is a game I own on GameCube. I probably should show that one off because we got a sequel apparently coming sometime with a massive tonal shift, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But, alright, so we've seen these areas before, but now we got to go through with Miku, and we got to find my brother. Alright, there's more herbal medicine. Now, this is going to be a game where in a lot of cases I'm going to be wandering around not sure where I'm going, honestly. And there are parts of it, even when I was doing my test run the other day, I said to myself, okay, I got to look through a walkthrough just to get a sense of, okay, what do I need to do and how? But I think that perspective helped me understand how this game is going. I guess while I'm wandering around and while I'm going to where I know we need to go next... Oh. Wait a second, there's a ghost going through that. Alright, so... he went through there, but it doesn't look like there's anything over. But... Alright, so that's the other thing as far as the camera is concerned. We use it for combat, we use it for taking pictures of things, but we also use it to open up new paths. And at this point, you kind of want to look around, and anytime you hear vibration, you want to go into photo mode to try and see if there's anything you can interact with. In this case, the girl, that very helpful girl, is pointing me something, and when you highlight something you can take a picture of, your viewfinder goes blue like that. Take a picture. Oh, there's a door behind it. So that's my hint that I'm able to move this and go through the door. So it's pretty clever what they're doing with the camera in this, or the camera that you're using as opposed to the camera angles, which I mentioned are the Resident Evil camera angles, basically. Seems to be a hidden door behind the folding screen, and we can go in it now.
I can't find the key. Where is it?
Yeah, we're going to be finding those little spirit balls every so often, and they'll give me little hints. So he's saying we've got to find a key for something. They say, in a lot of ways, you're seeing what the game is, although when we get to the combat more, that's when things are going to go a little more interesting. Basically, just walking around, trying to open doors, saying, like, okay, I can't open that door, can't open this one because it's busted. There's the flashing item, go about it. Again, pretty standard survival horror stuff, but it is done with a nice panache to it, and again, it's very atmospheric. It's the kind of thing that, again, I have all my lights basically off in where I'm living, and it is putting me in a nice atmosphere. Again, the lighting is really nice as well. Like, again, I don't really have much reason to use the right analog stick like this, but yeah, I can use that to shine light on things. But yeah, it is definitely a nice game. So, all right, while I'm going, while it's loading, guess I'll quickly throw it to chat before I have to shut up again for a cutscene, because there's a lot of cutscenes in this game. I guess, chat, what is your experience with this game in particular, this franchise in particular, and other good horror games that you like of this style? Probably survival horror. I mean, I'll talk about Castlevania next week with Bloodlines, but talk to me about things while I'm picking up the items I need, including this news clipping. Again, filling in the story the way Resident Evil does, but, again, with more of a Japanese flair than even Resident Evil has, and not as graphic. This is a teen-rated game as opposed to the M-rated games that the other ones are, at least for this entry. The rest of them are M-rated, but for the time being, we're in a more, I guess, family-friendly horror, if you want to put it that way, but definitely some dark stuff going on as far as some of these notes, including the idea that we're seeing there's a body that's mutilated they found in the same location 15 years ago. There's the Wandering Man. Yeah, I don't think you need to do that, and they're not there for long. When those creatures pop up there, the spectral elements like that, they're not going to be there for long, and they're not going to be attacking me, but I only have a certain amount of time to pick them up, or collect them specifically in pictures. And there's a new roll of film, which again, I need to use that when I use my camera, because that number in the left-hand corner of the screen there is the number of shots I have, and I don't have infinite shots. But if you hit the triangle button, you go into your inventory screen, where you have different variances of films. Ones that are kind of weak, ones that's a little strong, and you can load different kinds of film in almost like ammo, like in Resident Evil, like with your weapons and things like that. But again, we don't have weapons. So see that. The files you can go through. You can also look at your map. Kind of standard stuff. Green means the door you can open. Red means one you can't. And you kind of want to go around and, again, search and try everything to get what you need. But I do know what we need, at least for this part. We got to go in here.
What was that?
There's a tape recorder, and we have audio tapes. We can pick up audio tapes as we go in order to get parts of the story told to us. So, in fact, let's do that. Let's go into the inventory screen. You go into items, and you can play the tape.
September 9th, 5:40 p.m. The mansion was nowhere to be seen on the map, so we finally had to ask the locals how to find it. They told us that Himuro Mansion had been empty for several decades now. The same ones who told us where it was also warned us not to come here, which was quite disconcerting.
Alright, so that's the story on that one. Again, we can pick up more tapes to run, so it's interesting because this is an element that BioShock would end up doing years later, as far as collecting, audio logs to listen to. They're definitely more or better voice acted than this, admittingly, but still, it is kind of an interesting thing. And we got the nice, classic tape recorder. That's so you can tell this is an older game for sure. But now we're going to the kimono room because I saw something here. There's, seeing that. Alright, too late. Here we go with the combat. I have to be careful of this because these ghosts can actually hurt me. Yeah. But I did a good amount of damage on him, so he's done in one hit. But again, yeah, despite the fact that they're ghosts, I still can get hurt, and that's why I'll use my medicine to recover as far as my health is concerned. But there's the camera seal, and this is where I was talking about with power-ups. Acquire mystical powers for damaging ghosts. By selecting the camera in the options screen, you can access the power-up screen to unlock the seal and add extra powers to it, including auxiliary functions for special attacks. I'll take a look at that for the time being. I can't really do much, but also we'll take a listen to that tape. But you go into... Yeah, you go into camera option, and you can switch what film you have loaded. And then basically on these elements you have stones and you have the score up there, and use that score in order to buy upgrades for your camera. So in this case, I can increase the charge value, I can increase the speed for the mystical power to go, and also the capture circle, which means that I can shoot ghosts with stronger attack from further range. I'm going to hold off for the time being. But also you have bonus functions which you have to unlock, and they cost a lot. Including pushing ghosts back, slowing down ghost movement, making them more visible for a brief period of time, stopping ghost movement, and then searching for locations of them and doing an auto track. Unfortunately, as I said, there's no zoom on this. And they do special functions, so I think are key aspects that come later in the game. While we're here, let's listen to that second tape.
September 9th, 9:40 p.m. It seemed dangerous to walk through the mountain at night, so we decided to spend the night here and continue our work. I've been through several rooms already. Unlike the exterior, the interior is still in quite good shape. A little earlier, I thought I saw a white, shadowy figure of a woman in the hallway near the entrance. I'll keep track of such sightings and publish them in a later account.
Okay, so that must have been the author guy. I'll say this one thing I'll say right away. I'm very glad when BioShock did this that they made it so that I could play the audio for that while I'm walking around. I don't think I'm going to be doing that for everything. I don't think I'm going to play every single tape. But again, it also kind of puts the story through. Now, We're getting something weird here. So if we're seeing that little blue light, let's see what the camera can do. Alright, the camera's giving me a hint to that lion mask we passed by in the main hall. So basically that's the other thing you can do. When you take pictures of things like that, it saves the photo, and then you can also go back to try and find the item that you're going for. So in that way it's kind of linear, but it seems like it is going to open up a little later. And by the way, chat, is this as far as like an idea of this, even though I'm shutting up during the cutscenes because of the dialogue, feel free to type and chat anything else you're feeling or thinking, or anything else you have to say as far as this game, the franchise, or survival horror games in general. And hold on, we got a ghost we got to deal with. So do this and then do the quick turn. All right, yeah, it didn't do much damage. That did. But he's not dead. Where is he? There he is. All right, I capture him right through the door. Alright, so I can't go through that yet, so I have to go back to that lion head. Alright, it's just over here. Again, this is going to be kind of the game, and in some ways, I'm maybe realizing this is not necessarily a game that's well suited to, you know, commenting over that massively. I mean, again, not just because of the cutscenes and the lack of subtitles, but also because in a lot of ways, what you're seeing is a lot of what the game's doing, but again, it's that aspect of the camera that really is the main twist on this, and it is a great mechanic, so that's where they really are building upon it. And again, a lot of ways, most of what I'm saying is this would be like, okay, you're seeing what I'm doing, it's pretty obvious, but uh-oh. But there is another ghost there in the closet. Now I'm a little nervous about, oh, right. Okay, no, I didn't get him in time. Yeah, I was just using the quick turn, which actually is, okay, no, that was me going to the menu. But that quick turn is very useful in terms of using the camera, although, weirdly enough, you can't quick turn normally, although to be fair, unlike Resident Evil where you're kind of on a tank situation, you can kind of move, you know, in any direction this way, so it works a little better. You don't necessarily need to quick turn the way you did in some of the other Resident Evil titles, particularly Code Veronica, which is the most recent one at the time of this. Alright, so saw the guy in there, but we didn't get anything to it, and there's nothing as far as an item. So, we did get the key, so let's go back and, we got the mirror, I should say. So, wait, yeah, for a minute I was like, what was I stuck on? Well, I guess that is interesting. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, for a minute there it was interesting, again, that the environments aren't necessarily pre-rendered the way Resident Evil are, so you can kind of interact with some of the stuff, even if it's like running into a lamp. And even like the door thing, where even though it does have to load to open the door, it's also shorter than Resident Evil is, and it's also something that does still have the mansion loaded correctly and completely anyway. Okay, there we go. Now we can put the hand mirror down, and we're all set. There's our key, and there's a picture of either the author or a brother.
It's that person I just saw. The ropes.
Oh no. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this is going to turn out well for him, but right there's the brass key. Uh-oh. And sometimes the ghosts move around more, so that's where the challenge comes, and they dive at you, so you want to be careful of that. And that was a zero shot. Again, when you wait and you charge up those symbols on the bottom of the camera until they turn red, you get a stronger shot, but I'm not seeing... Oh. They also do hide, so that's where the difficulty comes in terms of hitting it. Oh! Oh! Alright, okay, that's me getting hurt. Uh-oh. Alright, that got him. I was talking about the ropes, and I saw those ropes in the hallway. The shining where the ghost is a spirit stone. Alright, so you use these spirit stones, you can enable the aux functions on your camera. I don't know if I have enough in order to do that. Let's take a look. And I don't for that. Actually, I do have enough here to make the ghost more visible, which actually, given what just happened, I think I'm going to get that. So break the seal and enable it. And to use that, use the L1 button when we're in photo mode, and we'll do that next time we're in combat. Actually, this is going to be new to me, because when I was doing the test run of this the other day, I didn't actually play around with this. Actually, I barely even saved the game, so that was another aspect. Only because I knew I was going to be playing it tonight, so I wanted to at least get a sense that I knew that I was talking about and what I was playing. Because in a lot of ways, I'm kind of going in this blind, even though I've owned it and played it before. Because I haven't played it that much, and it's been years since I played this game. But again, for the purpose of Halloween, I think this is a good one to put out for that, and also for people who wanted to see this. Because I know some people in the chat who watch this regularly said to me, I want to see this game. So hopefully you're excited by this. Hopefully you're curious about what you see, and you're enjoying what you see as far as the game is concerned. I think it's a curious and interesting concept. As I say, at some points I can also take a look at some of the other games in this series, particularly 2, which I own, and then the Wii U one, which I'll have to... That's one I'll have to pay attention to when the Wii U shop is closing, because that was a download-only release, and it cost $50, so I'm going to have to figure something of that. And the 4th game never came out here. I remember a lot of people at the time saying, like, why isn't Nintendo releasing Fatal Frame 4, Project Zero as it's called in Japan, over here? And it was something, because weirdly enough, this is a Tecmo game, but when the Wii came out, Nintendo kind of got invested in this, and they kind of are the reason the franchise even still exists. Almost like Bayonetta, in a sense that, yeah, it's another company that kind of ditched it to a extent, and then Nintendo kind of came around and rescued it. But again, then they didn't release the 4th game over here. And they didn't even really port these really much to the Nintendo systems. Only the 2nd one went to the Wii. And I don't think 3 was... I think 3's still only on the PS2. And then 5, there was a download-only release here. But, okay, so it doesn't look like there's anything around here. But I do know with that key, we can unlock the door up on the stairs over here. Open the door, and it's unlocked. So again, pretty standard survival horror stuff, but that camera is the hook, and it is a pretty great hook, honestly. As well as just the atmosphere it creates, and the look, which again, even for a game that's almost 20 years old now, this looks pretty nice, and it also runs really smooth. I'm not really seeing anything as far as frame rate drops, which sometimes you got with other survival horror games, even on the PS2. And the history about the Hamura family members. Okay. Okay, yeah. I've seen enough Japanese horror films about rituals and things to know that, yeah, there's probably some bad stuff that went down. And again, in that way, it's kind of interesting as far as a horror concept. Actually, that's something I guess I could talk about while I'm wandering around. The idea of telling or scaring in games, which... in a lot of ways, I get the sense that this game is maybe not so much a situation where it's going to jump scare you like crazy, although there definitely are moments like that. It's also something that in a lot of ways it's more, and this also goes to the teen rating it has, a little more cerebral of a horror game, which is an interesting concept. And Resident Evil kind of did that, but again, you also were and you're kind of piece of the story there too. But again, you got maybe some more, grotesque elements that work nicely for sure for Resident Evil. But for something that's a little more reserved like this, it's definitely an interesting idea. I guess that's an idea as well to Chaz. Like, what are some of your favorite aspects as far as horror in gaming or any medium, and like some of the really great ways that you like, them being delivered? Whether it's a specific game, movie, or something, or just a style. Again, like this one, it's a little more cerebral as far as like putting the pieces together behind the scenes. And again, that idea of telling as opposed to showing, which honestly works pretty well in some ways, because in some ways the thought of the horrors of like the idea of like these potentially deadly and grotesque rituals going on maybe is more terrifying in your mind thinking about that than anything they could show you. But again, there's sometimes when it shows you really well and you understand that too. Okay, so we have this scrap. I should start paying attention a little more to those, because some of those are going to go into the puzzles I have to solve, especially one of the next ones. There's a small door, but it's something I can't get in. Oh, and by the way, just in case I don't know if I made this clear necessarily, I'm not expecting to beat this game. I don't know if it's a long game. From some of the long plays I've seen of this, it seems like it's like a 4.5, 5 hour game. But again, because I don't know a whole lot about what I'm doing with this outside of this section I'm doing now, I'm just kind of exploring. I'm not going to be beating this game. So, but again, it's one of those I can come back to, and I kind of like that. The idea of games that I have that feasibly, it's more of a showcase than anything. In my case, in a way, kind of going blind. But again, something I could feasibly go and get. Okay, there's herbal medicine. Actually, I got hurt in that one battle I was at. So let me have a little bit of that. Yeah, I noticed it is definitely an herb thing, just like Resident Evil, where you're mixing the herbs in that one. In this case, it's an herbal medicine. But again, yeah, a lot of the survival games, or survival horror games, love, herbs for your health recovery. Section is in this door here. Roll film. I think one of these is a little stronger film, so I want to take a look at that. Yeah, I'm getting more shots of the... Yeah, that's old film, which isn't particularly powerful. I'm going to switch to the normal, because I've got enough shots on that. Alright, I have that. I also have to use that L1 button when I'm in combat. Or just get him quick, or get her quick, woman at mirror. A woman at mirror. Because it didn't space the mirror part. Alright. Notebook scraps. I'll find out about the mansion the creeper gets. Sure, it's the perfect subject matter for Mr. Takamine's next book. To be honest, I'm not sure I like this assignment one bit. To help I have a sixth sense of supernatural either. Such a thing as knowing too much sometimes. Herbal medicine. Okay, I go to the store? No, it's stuck. Alright. Because the other thing I could feasibly do is pull the map up, but I'm not going to be doing that until I get lost, which is going to happen most likely after this section. Although even this section, I was kind of lost trying to figure it out.
Mafuyu. Wait.
Oh, there we go. That slows me down. Well, not enough. Oh, now it's turning like a yellow haze on the screen. Oh, okay, so he still has the effect. So that's slowing him down. But I got him at least. Oh, a special shot, alright. I really do like the visual design of this, as far as, again, some of the way it's using color, but also lighting and shadows, even in that cutscene as far as the way the shadow working. Or even here, which is interesting, because you have the fact that Miku's shadow is actually rendered, which, again, was not something you always saw on the PS2 at the time. Remember, I played games on the PS2 where usually the only shadow you had is, like, a circle underneath you, but again, maybe that's also just the way of like how they designed the graphics of this. Again, focusing on the lighting, focusing on the details, whereas the environments are pretty basic, pretty good as far as PS2 is concerned, definitely a bit basic. So again, focusing on certain aspects. Again, that idea of art design, which just draw you into this. Again, the kind of thing also you can kind of interact with a lot of things of thinking like, okay, here's something, let me see if I can take a look at this, like this Shinto shrine replica, but it doesn't seem like it's doing anything. But again, I can take a picture and put it in my album. And feasibly, I guess that's another way to play a game like this, which is play it with people around, try to take the nicest pictures you can, and then have them judge you on how they are. Actually, that was another game that did that was something I actually played here. Piling 64. You could take pictures in certain areas. I used to do that all the time with my friends and family, playing that game. So like, here's a picture I took of something weird in the environment. What do you think about it? All right. So long hair, white kimono. They keep referencing a girl that seems to be helping me out. Okay, there's something very wrong with this. Let's see, there's an item over there. Sacred water. I don't know what that is. Let me take a look. Oh, it's full. It's a full health recover. Okay. Something's wrapped around the handle. It won't move. Looks like hair. Must be some pretty strong hair then. Oh, there it is. That was a pretty good shot, fully in the frame. Key word, title drop, fatal frame right there. There you go. Alright, so where's that item? Get more film. And actually, let me take a look at my camera here. Alright, I have enough for increase my range or the speed up time for the charge. Actually, I'm gonna put in that. And in a little bit I'll have enough to put into the next part of this. Alright, so here's a door. Buttons with characters. The device must open the door. There's engraving underneath, but only some of it I can read. The Shinto ritual, strangling and held on the day of, from gouged out words. Alright, I don't think I have what I need to check this, but one thing I'm going to do is, well, pause the game, but also, okay, yep, select is my map. But I was going to go in the menu and take a look at my notes, my files, let's see. That's the investigation in the mansion. That's the red scrapbook. There's some research notes. I'm going to go through these just to get a sense of any clues about this. You device in the mansion engraved with all characters, and I asked Mr. Takamine about them. He said they correspond to numbers. So near the first few, there are the old characters to numbers 0 through 3, but I don't get the rest. Carries the same readings as 4 through 9, but means something different. Okay, I guess each one has a special meaning. I'll figure out the rest later. Okay, so those are the Actually, I think these are actually the kanji letters in the Japanese language of the numbers, or of the basic numbers. Which is an interesting, again, attention to detail they're putting in. So, actually, some of those looked like they were familiar on this, but that doesn't really help us as far as getting the order of what we need to push. Because it looks like there are 4 slots that we need to hit, but still keep looking around, keep exploring. Hit somewhere. And more film. Yeah, I get the sense you're running into film all over the place, so you'll always have enough unless you're taking camera pictures like crazy. Uh-oh. Strangling ritual. On the 13th day of the 12th month, a maiden cut off from the outside world for 3,669 long days should be torn apart to provide power to the rope. Alright. I missed him. But he is going towards that door. Let's take a look at what that's about. We'll get the items off of that. So I'm wearing white kimono again, just trying to tell me something. Actually, there's an item there. Let me grab that. Oh, another spirit stone. Alright. So on that, looks like there's a talisman on that. Alright, looks like a storage room. Can I go in this? No, it looks like it's sealed. There's a save point, so I can use that. I just feel like I can use the album. Let's try that. Let's see what this is all about. Create a new photo album data. I don't know how much that takes. I'll look into it later. Actually, I got the box of the game here. It says 1,800 kilobytes, which actually isn't too bad as far as the PS2. Although the PS2 memory cards have an 8 megabyte limit. So write this. Take the time that it's loading that to have a drink of water. Let's see what's in this room, and then I think we should be able to try and go back to the door we need to get through. 5 stones document. Place a stone representing the 5 mirrors in the correct location. These aren't mirrors, but maybe this is. The door is closed fast. The Muro family crest probably unlocks the door, but it's broken. Found Ogata's body. His head, hands, and feet were strangled off. What happened to him is just like the strange deaths that occurred here long ago. Rope shrine maidens and legends around here. Girls have their ropes tied around their necks, arms, and legs. Yeah, this is definitely bad. This is definitely a bad place to be, but so far I think we're doing okay. Let's go around, see what's over here. Something that ran past. Alright, another old news article. It looks like something ran into the wall here. Wait, hold on, what was that? Okay, that was my fault for hitting the X button too quickly. Maybe it's nothing right now. Although then again, if it was blue, or that blue was showing up in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, that might be a sign. But Yeah, I think we can get into that door potentially. Let's try something. Scraps. I'm looking at my notebook. Not the black one. That's basically just explaining the backstory. Here we go. Okay, no, that's not the one. Okay, that's about the numbers. I thought there was one that was highlighting like something about a strangulation ritual. Let me look at that. Yeah, here we go. On the 13th day of the 12th month, the 13th day of the 12th month, a maiden cut off from the outside world for 3,669 days should be torn apart. Alright, those numbers are in red. Let's see. Alright, and there were those numbers that went about that, so let me see something else. So that's okay. They said with that was it 13, 12, and 3699. Let's take a look at where is it? Yeah, the chart of numbers. Let's see. Unfortunately, this I can't really take a picture of, but so I could do 3669 or 13 and 12. Actually, let's go back to that one scrap because it said strangling ritual. Alright. Let's look at the note again. Change ritual strangling held on the day of. Okay, so it's probably going to be those first two numbers. Let's see, we got 0, 1, 2, 3, 9. Okay, so they're corresponding to each of those numbers. So let's try. Said the 13th day of the 13th month of the 12th month. So let's see. There's 1, 3, 1, 2. I think that worked. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's what you have to do in this game. You basically have to read the notes you find and basically look for the clues. And oh, girl pointing over to the left. Okay, and this looks like that was the picture from the. That was what we saw in the picture. All right, so now I'm actually in completely uncharted territory. I have not played through this section of the game, so this is going to be just as new for me as it might be for you, assuming that, chat, you haven't played this game, or, yeah, again, or if you're not looking up a walkthrough or something, but, let's see, old kimonos and dolls are in the box. More herbal medicine. I'm getting a lot of that. Actually, I do have points for camera stuff. Let me see. Look at my basic sets. Range, max value. I think I'm going to buy power for the range. Alright, research scrub. That's called the Calamity. Years kept in the 5 shrines broke and the dead returned from hell. I wonder what sort of disaster it must have been. Alright. A spirit stone. Look around, see if I can't find anything. Alright, the other thing you can do also when you're in viewer mode is if you hold down the square button, you can move the viewfinder around a lot faster. But at the same time, you can also still move, so I can move around like that and then use the right analog stick to slowly move around. But there is an item here, so let's see that. Type 74 film, wonder what that is. High-speed film with strong exorcismal power. Okay, so I want to use that for some of the combat I do. Always use it sparingly while I have ammo for it. That is an interesting concept, actually, now thinking about it. Going back to play a game where I'm using a camera and have to load film into it. Let's get back to where we were. What I did while we were kind of off, I had to basically restart the stream and start again. But what I did while I was off, I basically came back to that door where we had the talisman. It looks like we got rid of it. So I think we should be able to go in this room now. Hey, chat, let me know if you guys are seeing the game and hearing me. Because again, since it crashed, I just want to make sure that everything is all set on this. Just let me know while I watch this pile of blood. Oh, I see something there. Looks into the talisman on the door. What that is. Just missed him. Black notebook. Tomoe's conditions getting worse. I guess it's probably too late for them, but there are things going on. So let's see. Let's take a picture of this. Looks like little dolls. I bet back in that room. Which again, if nothing else, it's giving me another sense of like some aspects of how this game is operating. There is a lot of backtracking in this from what I'm gathering. But I'm also outside. Or sort of outside. So let me see what's around. Another audio tape. Again, I'm not going to play every one of those. But okay, yeah, there's something else weird moving. What is it? There we go. A woman in pain. There's woman in atrium. I find it interesting the way they don't space everything out like that. But that should be fun. Let's follow her, see where she's going. This is a tape, and actually, that looked like the thing we saw in that one picture. Want to listen to that tape. Alright. I'll look at that water wheel, because I think I saw that in one of the photographs that we got before. Also, I'm feeling something coming from here. Oh yeah, right from that one. Garden lantern in the photo is lit. So, let's see. One of them's not lit. I wonder if we could turn that on somehow. Stone mirror. Yeah, basically anytime I'm seeing that blue, I'm basically going to be looking around to see if I can't get a sense of what I should be doing. That one's lit. The picture is showing me one that was, or showing me the one that was lit, but they seem like they're all lit except that one. But I don't really have anything else to turn it on. I don't think you have like fire camera abilities in this game. Not that I'm aware of, anyway. You know, it's not showing anything, so it's not worth me bothering taking a picture. Let me look at my files, see what I'm going about. There's one I didn't read. Hirosaka's condition getting worse. So I need to look at my scraps. 5 Stones document. That's the ritual of the family. Let's take a look at the key photos. The storehouse, which we already found. The Japanese doll shelf, which probably is back where that was. Yeah, there we go. The water wheel in the photo. They're pointing me over here. The garden lantern that's lit. And then the lion mask, which you had from before. The garden lantern that wasn't lit appears lit in the photo. And the water wheel. Okay, so we're right here as far as the water wheel is concerned. It's alright. I'm going to take a shot of this just to see what happens. Alright, nothing. Yeah, so they're all lit except that one. It looks like I can't do anything else here. So let me go back to that storeroom to see about the Japanese dolls. Also see about that other door, the other one I couldn't get in. Let's see, is there anything around here? Or is it just probably going off of that door over there, which I think I already took the picture of. And that was the one that showed me the water wheel, I believe. Let me just take another shot of this just to confirm that that's what it was. Okay, that's the water wheel. So in order to break that, I need to do something with the water wheel. But they also had the picture of the Japanese doll, so I'm going to go back there. No, it's in the storeroom. Uh-oh, I'm hearing a ghost coming. Let me see. I didn't hit the button in time. Oh, that'll do it. I'm getting some health. Yeah, I've got tons of these herbal medicines. I may as well just keep using these. Because I guess in a lot of ways, this isn't really that hard a game from what I'm noticing. It's really just, or not hard as far as the combat's concerned. Hard as far as trying to figure the puzzles out. I'm looking here because they did say something about Japanese dolls, so perhaps there's something in here. Nothing in the drawers. There's a suit of armor. I I don't think there's anything up here, but again, I'll give it another look. Actually, I'm going to look at my map. Actually, let me go back to that main room I was in, because I think I saw some dolls over there. Again, I know I need to do something with that mirror. There's probably nothing else back there aside from what I got. Okay, so those are all candles. They're not dolls exactly. Alright, so there's the mirror I have to take care of, or the crest. I don't think I have items for that. Okay, that's the... Actually, do I have anything to upgrade with? No, I don't. Let's look back at my files. Oh, here we go. Editor's photo. The rope of the editor showing... Or the photo of the editor showing the rope around his body. That's the water wheel, which we already saw. Shelf with a roll of dolls, atrium porch door, huh? Let's take a look at the map. Rubble room. Cherry atrium, which again, that was over there. So yeah, I think I need to go back over to the abyss. I don't think there's anything else I can do around there. And by the way, the blue there is my save point as far as that little dot on the map. So yeah, I think I got to go back that way. So I am going the right way, it looks like. But again, that's usually how a game like this turns out. It's like, okay, where do I need to go? And basically trying to put the pieces together while also kind of going through a backtracking phase. So in some ways it's not necessarily that thrilling, but again, for a game like this, I think it's more about the atmosphere is putting you in even while you're going around and walking, which again, it does that very well. Again, even like, especially if like me, you have all the lights off. Alright, let me take another look. Okay, that was the waterway. So that's the hint there. Let's just see. Alright, the blood stops here. And the other door was the dolls, I believe. Let me just take another confirmation of that. Yes. So it has to be where that waterway is. Unless there's something else around here on... Oh, that's just that. Here's something. I wonder what this is. Stone monument. Actually, there's something interesting. That's the crest, or the family crest. It's also broken, so I don't know if I can fix that somehow. Okay, so I have to be here. Yeah, because that water wheel is the way to get rid of that one talisman. And there's that, which I took as far as the garden lantern. So let's see. Maybe there's something over here. I'm feeling something here. Hang on. Alright, so there's a hint. Oh, there we go. Okay. There's a woman pulled into the water wheel. There we go. So that talisman's down. Perfect. Alright. Because I knew there's something I needed to see. I guess in a lot of ways, it's just basically looking for that blue icon or the orange icon to let you know danger's near. Okay, actually, then there we go. Here's where the dolls are then. So in here, we're going to be able to get rid of the other talisman, it looks like. Let's see. Alright. Let's see. Showed those things with the dolls. It's right here. Any on a red mat. Here we go. Let's see. Let me stand back a little. Let me get that item first, see what that's about. Another notebook scrap. Might be showing me that photo. Girl, photo, huh? Okay, nothing there. Alright, let me look at the doll room photo again. Here we go. Okay, so it's 6 like that on a red shelf. I think it's right here somewhere. And my radar's going off. So it should be somewhere out here. Or maybe I just have to touch it. Let's see. Main Japanese dolls and a mat. Alright, so it's going in that direction. Oh, there we go, there we go. Right there, okay, an onlooker hidden in the corner. There we go. So basically, I pretty much just have to come into a room and just look at every angle. Where is it? It's down there. me turn on my power. Didn't look like it did anything. I don't know where they are. Where are they? Over there. Okay. Actually, no. No. It's good. I'm going in here. I want to use my item, get my health, and I also want to. No, that's fine for now. Yeah, it's hard to find it because it's on the ground. There we go. Oh, it paralyzes me. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, and I can't even get out of the mode. Alright, alright, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, I'm not totally invincible as far as that. There you go. Yeah, that was close. Okay. Yeah, I definitely need health after that. And I also want to upgrade my camera for something. Let's... Yeah, I'll put that film on max charge value. Yeah, I want that. I don't want to run into a situation like that again. With that, we got the other talisman off, so we can continue on. Uh-oh. Takamine. Well, that must be the author. Let me look at that. Yeah, I was trying to see if it was something like Luigi's Mansion, where you take a picture of the mirror and then you go back as a warp or something. Door is nailed shut. Mirrors break and smash. Broken mirror, people on the floor all over the mansion. So many people, all those people, what are they running from? And then at the end, such desperate looks on their faces. Sylvia Plath would be proud. I know there'd be like maybe one person out there who would understand that. Alright. Oh, I missed him. There he is, there he is. Get some distance. Get some distance and get some health. I have tons of these herbal medicines. They keep giving these to me, so I may as well use them. There you are. Oh, I missed. Red tape. I think that one I should play.
Since we met that girl, I've seen many strange visions. All the ghosts in the mansion howl and scream at me. I don't think they'll ever let me out of this mansion. I don't even know how long I can hold on to my sanity. Anyway, I'm leaving this tape. If ever someone listens to this, please tell me what has happened to me. But still, I hope it's just a dream.
Yeah, doubting that. Actually, yeah, the lighter. Can I use this or anything? No, I can't. I guess it's a key item. Then again, why would I need a lighter if I have a flashlight? A flashlight that actually isn't running out of batteries. The light come on, keeps pleading to me. Yeah, those broken mirrors. And the door. The chosen maiden and purifies. I remember that was 3669 in that one note. Let me do that. And here's the other thing. If you don't remember what the characters are, if you don't remember your Japanese kanji characters, you count from the top here. That's 0, 1, 2, and 3, and it goes around. So let's see. There's 3, 6, 6, 9. I think that was it. Okay, save point. Let's use this. Oh no, I already saved.
How can I curse of the rope? I must hurry. I'm beginning to show rope marks.
Tell him what?
I think that's kind of the challenge. After you take a picture of them, they disappear. And they also swerve around. Actually, they take a lot of damage out now, so I should be careful. Where is it? There we go. That slows them down, but where are they? There we go. Yeah, in a lot of ways, I'm getting the sense it's easier to find them when I'm not in camera mode, and then go in camera mode to stop them. I'm trying to warn us. I gotta see if I can find the mirrors again. Something tells me that power I got there is gonna help me with that. Alright, I guess the camera isn't powerful enough to take care of the birds. Actually, I'm starting to run out of film. Let me switch. Yeah, let's use the 74.
Just one more. Just one more Buddha statue. And the holy mirror will be.
Actually, no, for this, I'm going to switch my weaker film and use the other film for combat. Alright, back where the lamps are. Actually, I do want to see something. Yeah, okay, yeah, so it is a good idea for me to not use my other... Carrying the maximum number allowed for this item. Let me see what I can do with that. Stone mirror? There's nothing I can use. That's health. I don't want to use that yet. Oh, I see. I need the spirit stones in order to use the aux powers. Speaking of which, let me see if I can't use anything with this. Okay, nothing for the special functions. Enough for the aux functions. I do have power for speed, so put that in there. There we go. Let's go back to the lanterns. Yeah, not really too much more to say as far as how this game's operating, as far as its mechanics. But it is interesting seeing how things are going about it. Oh, right, I was kind of caught on something. That was what that was all about. And actually, it is pretty interesting, the attention to detail there, where I'm running on the dirt and it's kind of kicking up mounds of it as I walk, or run anyway. think I'm almost back there. That's one thing I didn't do. I didn't go up the stairs. Let me see what's up here, and then I'll go back to the abyss. Well, here we go. It keeps going to that stuff about the mirrors, which are all broken. Almost all of them are broken anyway. Can I go in here? Oh no, it's nailed shut. Alright, let's go back to the abyss, because it doesn't seem like there's anything else I can do here, but there is another ghost. Alright, it's going up way faster now. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Or, oh, okay. So it's like Resident Evil, like so. Actually, no, I don't think Resident Evil has something like that, where if you have a health item, it recovers you. Actually, let me look at that then. See what that was that recovered me. Oh, it must have been... Oh, that stone I got. The one I couldn't carry more of. I guess that lets me survive, you know, my health going down, and then it gets used. Alright, so finally we're back at the abyss. We need to take a look at what we gotta do here. Maybe out by the water itself. Ooh, more film. Okay. Let's look at that photo again. Garden lantern somewhere. Oh, wait, are those not the right... No, I think they are. Garden lanterns is there's one that's out, so yeah, it should be this. Oh, use the lighter on it. Okay, there we go. A carving. Okay, I think I know what we might need to use that for. Let me look at my items, see if there's anything like Resident Evil where you can... Okay, you can't like do examine. Because Resident Evil lets you do an examine on something when you pick it up. And sometimes some of the puzzles go to that. Okay, so I think what I... Well, I need to fight you. Or see what you have to say, at least.
The children. Where have the children gone?
Okay, I think I need to put that into one of these. I don't know which one. Let me just see something. Oh no, that was that room. Never mind. Let's look at that item one more time. Black plug with a strange character, or black stone with a strange character. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to that rubble room just to see if I can plug it into that. I get a sense those broken family crests have something to do with this. Actually, it's right here, so we should be good. Actually, wait, it might be back at the shrine. I'm getting the sense those mirrors, those broken seals aren't doing anything. Alright, so that's the doll room. I know there's nothing else. At least I think there's nothing else over there. Can't go in the shrine over there. Turn around. I keep getting a heartbeat around here. Let me just see something. Actually, yeah, I see. I thought I saw something wiggling. Or. Oh! There it is. Ah. I should be able to just take a quick shot that way. It reacted. That's okay. Here we go. So let's see. Can I plug into that one? Okay, so I have to move these. I have to move these in a specific order, it looks like. Now let me look at my notes. Rope Shrine Manual, Curia. Here we go. Okay, so it is something to do with the 5 mirrors. Maybe on my scraps, let's see. Holy Mirror Legend, here we go. Alright, let's see. Let's try this, see what happens. Actually, before I do that, I want to take a look at my items, see if that's something I need to put into that. Alright, so that's the one. Okay, so I have to select one to move to a certain location. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like I have to match part of the picture. By carving inserted. Okay, I guess I did it right. I'm not sure what I did, but it looks like it worked. Alright, blue tape 2. Let's listen to that.
Is she the one causing this disaster? All of those earlier deaths, Koji, Tomoe, all of them? Am I the next to die? The rope shrine maiden ritual, as told of in legend. Both arms, legs, and the neck. It is said when all 5 have been marked, the curse is complete. Ropes are beginning to appear on my photo. I'm running out of time.
Get the sense of something here. Alright, this looks like I need to bring up my big guns for my film. There. Okay, I didn't expect that to happen. Shinto gate somewhere. Oh, but I got him at the same time.
The last Buddha statue is at the Shinto gate.
Says where the Buddha statue appears in the row of Buddha statues. Do I have it? I don't think I do. What is this? For the Buddha statues, you need to get a piece of the mirror. I managed to find all documents tells the location of the fit. Here we go. Make a service to the Buddha at the base of the large gate so that the souls of the piteous maidens can reach up to the heavens. Well, it's well known I'll have to read these notes. Alright, so say the gate. Let's look at that note again. it? Now let's mark off all these because I know the ones that aren't. An old document tells where it is. At the base of the large gate, make observance to the Buddha. Is it not this? Let's take a look at the shrine. Burial room. I think it'd be here. There's something. More film. Okay, it's invisible wall. Okay, there's something here, aside from what I just took. Now that's what I already know. Again, I don't have it, so... Actually, let me look back at that photo again. Oh, not that photo, I should say. Shows a Shinto gate on a path. Yeah, it's this one. It says... Yeah, again, I just have to find where that last one is. Nothing at the base of the Shinto gate. Alright, here we go. Oh, there it is. That's the 5 Buddha with the rope maiden spirit's damaged limbs. No statue appears above. Okay, so I have to place them in that order. I want to get a different set of film out. So I want to look on the other side of it. Okay, 3 in the front, or 3 in the back, 2 in the front. There we go. So I think I need to take these statues and place them. And again, does it matter which order? Okay, yes, it does. It goes there. Down there. Yeah, looking at where the board is located. There we go.
Is this the holy mirror? It's just a piece of it. The rope? No.
Okay, so that must be the end of the first chapter. Pretty long for a first chapter. Demon Tag, second night.
That mirror. Give it back.
Alright, so I guess I'm going to have to go back and get the stuff on the mirrors. So a piece of paper and a notebook. Alright, so my brother is somewhere. As far as how much further I'm going to play, as I said, I'm not going to beat this game, but I probably will play a little more, at least probably a half an hour longer. Because again, I'm kind of getting into this. Even though it's a bit slow and there is a lot of backtracking, I'm still kind of curious to see what happens, because this is new to me. Let's see. Scroll shows in the photo, looks like it's a picture of Demon Tag. Alright, so I'm back here again. now the question is, what about that? I mean, no, not that one. What about the demon tag scroll? Wall room with a row of dolls. Oh, that's I found it. And that's the picture. And now I have to figure out where that is. Okay, so that must be the item that kept me from dying. Oh. I think. Oh, that door is unblocked now. Or, okay, no, it's unblocked, but it's locked. Unless I can take a picture of it now. There's a talisman on the door now. Oh, I think I know where that is. Let me just get the item here. The film. I think it's the foot of these stairs. It's down there. Yeah, it looked like the photo looked like it was of these stairs here. Okay, so yeah, I think maybe just stand back a little bit. Because the light's going on there. Yeah, I just have to find. Oh, there we go. If Shinto into a blind hell in the dip. Oh, it's probably the same thing that I had before, is it? Oh, it isn't. So I guess it changes. Let me look at that hint again. Change ritual blind held on the day of. That's a strangling ritual, so it's not that. So that was that one. Yeah, I'm thinking there's probably another note I need to find with another number. Something up here. There's a clue somewhere. Maybe it's on the staircase itself. Okay, so it's somewhere in here. Probably not on that wall. It's not that. I'd have thought it would be that thing. Then again, it looks like it is warped. Let me see something. Yeah, I'm seeing the radar go off. There should be something there, but I'm not seeing it. Let's go back out to the courtyard. Let's see what's over here. It is interesting for the different chapters that actually resetting the items and some of the areas to go. Yes, the broken crest. That's not going to do me any good. Actually, I wonder what's over here then. Oh.
Back to me. My daughter. She was only playing demon tag.
There's something in the wall. Burned man. Yeah, he probably didn't get caught on fire by this thing. And probably by the water wheel. I'm gonna go back to that stairwell again. I at least want to figure this part out. I know we're looking for that scroll, but I don't see anything here. Unless... Oh, there we go. There it is. I was over there, it just didn't show. Monk out of dark. What did that do? Let me look at the photos I took, because I think it is showing... Oh, I see. It looks like that's a special hidden picture I can take. Oh, I see, and that gets me extra... That gets me extra score to use here. Speaking of which, let me see if I can put something else in my max value. Max out the speed for my mystical power or get range. I think I need range after how that's been going. Oh, here we go. On the 26th day, the 11th month, in preparation for the strangers, or 10 years later, past the age of 7 years, 9 months, 25 days. I don't think that's the one, but I can try that. That, and I also just want to see what's going on in here, because I get the sense we're going to have to come back here eventually, but there's something to get here. Oh! Oh, the well. Okay, so I know where that is, so I guess that on my way back, assuming I can use those numbers to open that door, I think I can do that. I'll try going back there at least. I at least want to try and get that taken care of. Doom ritual. It said Shinto ritual, so I'm not sure it's going to work. 26th day of the 11th month. Shinto ritual blind and held on the day of... Okay, so it is this. So what was that number again? So it is this. 26th day of 11th month, so 2611. And it said it's on the well. Right, there's the blue carving. Looks like the kid fell into the well. So let's go back to the shrine, because there's that... Looks like that thing with the plug again, except with a different... Yeah. It doesn't look like there's anything to this. But there is a hidden ghost here. Let's see if I can't find it. Should be around here somewhere. Hey, behind the mirror. Yeah, showing right there. There we go. Shrine. The tormented ones. Uh-oh. I recover my health. Probably can't get through that. Yeah, I just want to find what this thing goes to. I think probably at that point I might call it a night for this. Not because I'm not having fun, but just because I don't necessarily think I'm gonna sit here and be able to beat the entire game. That being said, I'm making more progress here than I thought I would. Which I guess I'm sorry, by the way, if I've been really quiet. Just in some ways, I'm kind of discovering this just as much as the audience is, actually. And I'm getting into this. I am liking this, even though, again, it's a bit cryptic and you're backtracking a lot. It's not that one. I think I gotta go back into the mansion for this. Or perhaps back to the doll room. Let's try there and then we'll go back to the mansion. So I can't go there. There's a little bit of a map then. Because I guess the layouts of what doors I can go into are changing with each chapter. Now here we go. Right now I kind of fluked my way through the other one, so I'm not sure if I even did what I'm trying to do right. Okay, so I guess it's an arrangement. I think I have to follow... I guess I have to look at the character and follow where that's going, pretty much. Yeah, I'm just trying something there just to see. Let me see that. Yeah, I think I have to move them in a line pretty much. There we go. And then I can put the other one in. Let me look at the photo I got. Stone burial mound. Oh, I think I know what that is. I think it might be that. Maybe that's not it. It looks a little more stout. Okay, that's the well. It's going to be pulled into the well. Looks like it's over the water. It might be out here. Okay, I can go out here now then. So yeah, it's got to be out here. Alright, here we go. There we go, purple carving. That I need to take to the other one. I think it's the one in front of the shrine. I think it's here. 7 I have to move. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. No, I see. They have to line up to that position. I've just been doing it kind of by trial and error. So let me do this. So basically, I have to have each of those in the number of moves that I have match up with the symbols that are over there. So okay. So I move that one. So that's in place there. Alright, let's try this again. So I have to leave that one open at the end. Alright, because they can only move on that line. So let me look at the one I have. After this, I think I might save and stop for the night. Let me just see. No, the item. I have this purple carving, which is that one. Okay. So I need to leave that one on the right open at the end. There. So that needs to go up and down. That's down there. That's up. That's there. Got it. And I can put the last one in. Let's see what's next.
Mafuyu.
Alright, I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging now that we're seeing my brother like that. So, let's see what's going on here, and then after I get an answer, which will probably be soon, then I'll probably save and quit. But I definitely want to come back to this game. I'm liking this. At some point, I also want to take a look at the second one, which I do also have. And I have the Xbox version of that one, which, unlike the Xbox version of this one, has extra content to it. Okay. That stakes in it appears the pillar next to the door. I think I know it needs to go. One of the blinding masks uses the demon tag ritual. Blinding mask key to the rope altar. Let me take another picture of this just to see. Because I know I gotta put something in that. I gotta put that mask. I just gotta find out where it is now. Only the red candles in the photo are lit. Alright, so there's a tiny matchbox. Alright, so I gotta find these candles, and I think after that, when I get that door open, then we'll call it a night. Because again, this is getting a little interesting now. A little more interesting, I should say. Actually, wait, I think I know where the candles are. Here we go. And there's only the red ones that are lit. So let's see. Oh, I see. By lighting some of them, it. Okay. Oh, I see. It's one of those. It puts out all the candles surrounding it. Things. There we go. Oh, except it does that then. There we go. There we go, that's it. I gotta use my item or we're gonna be dead. Let's just use that circuit water. I think I know where that scroll needs to go. And I can get that mask going the door and we can see my brother. That's a ghost kid here. They worked to paralyze me. Alright, okay, so we're back in the kimono room from earlier. Uh-oh. There we go. Those kids are fast. Well, there's the mirror piece back. But I need a mask. I wonder if there's on any of these things. There's a talisman on that door. The rope room, okay. Yeah, it's up here. There it is. Still going off though. Let's see. Oh, it's the clock. There we go. Is that? There's a key in there. There's a key I need to put in there, I guess. Houseman. That I know where that is.
same as the ones Mom took. Were they taken with this camera?
Alright, that's the key I need to use to open up.
How can a camera expose something that doesn't even exist?
I'm going to upgrade my camera a little more. So I think I got enough to do something. Pressure, push ghost back. Oh, no, I don't want the... Yeah, I think I want to get the paralyzed when I have enough. Let's unlock that chest.
I came to research the Aurora family's secret ritual because this blinding mask is the key to the door. The altar's got to be behind this door.
Alright, so I'm looking for the mask. Yeah, I'm almost there. Rubber room corridor, demon mouth, abyss. Doll room, kimono room. So he says that it's in the mask room. That's about the mask itself. Where's that? There we go. Alright, so that's the shortcut back here. That's boarded up, so it's not the one. I think this is still locked. Yes, it is. There's something about the basement, but I don't see anything there. Yeah, so I at least want to get back behind that door. I'm gonna try one thing. It's locked from the other side. Let me see. Okay, there's nothing I can do from there. Actually, yeah, let me go back that way. Here we go. do with another one of those, but I don't want to use it yet if I don't have to. That's off from the inside too. I guess I can't get through there, can I? Doubt there's anything back at the beginning of the mansion. Let me see. There's something here. Awesome. Mask shows in the photo. Looks like the mask used to hang here. Actually, one thing I probably should do is save, because I haven't done that in a while. So close to finding this thing, getting past the door, I can feel it. Shrine, main demon, and chosen age of years. Okay, I know that's on the other thing, so let me see. $10.25, I think. No, that's not it. Okay, 7/9/25. That's it. All right. No. Let's look at this hint one more time. Shrine maiden, demon, chosen age of years, months. Oh, so it's 10/79. Well, maybe it's different ordering. Let me just see this. Years, months. Seven out of the last two. Is it 25? Let me take another look at this. Shrine maiden, demon, chosen age. Seven, 9 of the last two. They have to be. Chosen age of years and month. Maybe that's not the right one. Yeah, I'll come back to that. You know what? I've played about 3.5 hours already. It's almost 11. Yeah, you know, I'll look back at my notes one last time. If I can't figure it out, I think I might call it a night. Honestly, let's see. Let's see. 5 Buddha statues, 5 stones, triangular ritual, brine demon ritual. On the well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to call it a night, honestly, on this, because I'll have to look up, and yeah, I'm definitely taking a break on this. I agree with that. Hopefully, you're enjoying I guess the trip through this game at the very least, though. I kind of didn't want to leave it hanging this way, but I'm thinking, well, all right, I'm struggling enough with trying to figure this out. I mean, I guess it's one of those games that, yeah, you run into a situation where I get stuck. But again, I've been playing this. Okay, it's 3.5 hours technically, although I've had a little bit of I guess a little bit of a technical problem in the middle and actually at the beginning as well. So, okay, so all right, that's Fatal Frame for the PlayStation 2. I will come back to this at some point because I'm definitely getting into this. I like the atmosphere that it has. I like how it looks. I do think the camera aspect is very interesting. And hopefully the chat is found this game interesting if they haven't played it, or if they, like it and are thinking like, okay, they're liking seeing it being played. And again, good for I guess, a change of pace as far as, a scary game. It definitely has good atmosphere. Has good atmosphere, controls, graphics. Again, it is something that, again, you're backtracking a lot. And sometimes it's a little cryptic, but I think in some ways that kind of comes with the territory. But yeah, it is something that, again, you do feel good when you solve the puzzles and make progress at the very least. So there's something to be said about that. So, all right, I'll come back to this game at some point. I don't know when, but I'll definitely return to it. And then when that happens, I guess I'll give like a recap as far as when that happens, because I realize there's a couple games I have that are like that I've left for the time being, and then I guess I haven't yet gotten back to them. I guess there's Rayman 2. I think there's something else that I only played part of and then I didn't finish it. Rayman 1. Okay, yeah, both the Raymans and this game. That was what it was. Okay, so at some point I'll come back to that. But hopefully you enjoyed this look at Fatal Frame. Again, it's on the PS2. It's on the Xbox. It's more expensive on the Xbox, weirdly, if you're trying to get a copy of this. And I think it's downloadable on the PS3 if you have one of those. Okay, so next week, that one's going to be Castlevania Bloodlines. Because, again, I think that's one I feasibly could finish. I actually have never beaten that game, and I've actually only played it for the first time starting last year. So, yeah, I think, again, going back to the Genesis for that. So, although I won't be playing it on the Genesis, I'm actually going to be playing that on... I said I was going to do it on the Genesis Mini that I have, but I think I'm going to do a little different. I'm going to play it on the Castlevania Anniversary Collection for the Xbox One that I have. So I think in that way I can show it off that way. And for whatever reason, I guess, going into the technical problems I had at the beginning of this, I don't think I've ever had problems really when I've done Xbox One stuff. Well, okay, actually, no, that's not true. When I did Halo that one time, it kind of had an issue. But again, I'm wondering if maybe that has something to do with like the servers of Twitch. But yeah, so next week I'm doing Castlevania Bloodlines for Halloween night through the Castlevania Anniversary Collection. We'll take a quick look at that before we start playing. So it'll be a little bit of a a little bit of a appetizer on that one before we get into the actual game for that. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this one. We'll come back to Fatal Frame. I will play Fatal Frame 2 at some point. And actually, after having played this, I definitely want to play 2 a bit more when I finish this one.